Hey, Omega program. I think it's day 28. I should shoot first. Today I'm going to talk about confusion. Yesterday we talked about boredom. Today I'm going to talk about confusion because I was experiencing a little like whoop, bloop, 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 bloop. So I'm going to talk about it. So confusion is, again, part of the awakening process. Boredom's part of it and confusion's part of it. And what confusion does is it brings up the mind. The mind runs in circles. The mind creates these chaos, and we're not tapped into that peacefulness that's here. And that's okay. You have to get confused to understand something, right? Like, say you're doing math and you're doing a problem, you have to be confused first. And then when you get it, you're like, oh. And that's where the breakthroughs come from, is through the confusion, through the, I don't know what to do, right? That's a good place to be. If you know what to do and you know exactly where you're supposed to be, and you know exactly what's next, you're not following the flow. The thing about heart-centered consciousness is it's unknown the next step. And the brain and the ego wants to know the next step. It always wants to know what's next. What's next? When do I move here? When do I get the money? When do I get the job? When do I get the girlfriend? When do I get the boyfriend? When do I get both? Like, if you want both. But like your confusion, right? That's what your ego thinks. It thinks it is in control of this reality. And it can predict things. And sometimes you can. I do think premonitions are real. But when you're in a state of confusion, when you're feeling confusion, you're feeling bored, you know this is part of the awakening process, and surrender to your confusion. Let yourself be confused. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be in that state of, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I don't know where I'm going to go in a month. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's heart-centered consciousness, because that's really honesty. Like, if we were truthful about what our heart says, we don't know what's going to happen in a month. Like, you don't. Like, you could pretend and have some plan and think that's going to happen. And it might happen that way, but you didn't know it was going to happen that way. You just predicted it, right? It's not a knowing. It's just a prediction. And we can waste a lot of our times figuring out what to do next. And we're not enjoying the moment. We're not enjoying where we are, which we know is the point of every spiritual teaching, is to get to the place of just being okay with the moment and being in the moment. There's no spiritual teacher, from Jesus to Eckhart Tolle to the Stream to Abraham Hicks to even people that teach about sports. They tell people to be in the moment. Like, what? There's no other teaching. Like, it's the core of everything, is to be in the moment. And when we're in a state of confusion, when we're all over the place, it's okay. We're just not in the moment. We think we should be somewhere else. And deep down, that is what the ego always thinks. I shouldn't be here. I should be there. I shouldn't be here. I should be in Hawaii. Or I shouldn't be here. I should be making more money. I shouldn't be here. I should be having a better job. I shouldn't be here. I should be living in a nicer place. I shouldn't be here. Blah, 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 blah. Honestly, if you had a nicer place and a nicer job and more money, you wouldn't be happier than you are now. Dalai Lama has people lining up wanting to talk to him. They have tons of money. He just meditates for six months out of the year. Like, your spiritual connection is everything. And you're going to be taken care of. I bet deep down in what you really want, you don't really care if you have the mansion. You might want freedom. You might want joy. But really, most people don't need that. And they don't want it. Some people do, and they'll work tons for it. But you really want a mansion with 20 rooms? Do you really care if you have a Lamborghini? If you do, if that's something you really want, that's awesome. I know for me, it's not what I want. Like, there's no part of me that's like, I need to manifest this Lamborghini. And I think a lot of things we want is what we think we should want, right? We should have, and that will make us happy and blah, blah, blah. And this confusion state is your ego trying to find something to pursue always. And it always is looking for an answer. Your ego is just looking for an answer. It's looking for the future. It's looking for a knowing, because it feels unsafe when it's just like, I don't know. I'm just in this moment. I am only now. And let yourself be confused. Let yourself go down the rabbit hole of confusion. I'm getting messages right now from Omega really strong. So letting yourself go down the spiral, letting yourself go down the hole, letting yourself feel that, not resisting it, not suppressing it. There is no value in suppressing your confusion to be joyful. You won't work. You'll just delay your joy. So the only thing you can do is feel the now, feel what you feel now. And the more you feel, just feel what you feel now, you'll be more joyful. It'll be easier. And if you're just okay with what you feel, you'll feel great. You're already positive people and you're already spiritually inclined and you already know how to raise your vibration. Like, I don't need to teach you that. But like, you need to know that it's okay whatever you feel in each moment in time. And it's not creating any chaos. It's fine. Feel it. Feel the deepest feelings in your heart. Don't ignore them. I'm going to leave it on that today. Feel your feelings, feel your heart, put your hand on your heart like this. I'll see you in the next video.